in 1995, a quiet factory worker could not speak English. Today, he leads a global company using English every day. This is the story of Kenji Sato, a man from Osaka, Japan, who once felt afraid to say even one English sentence. He avoided conversations, he avoided mistakes, and most importantly, he avoided opportunities. But everything changed one day in 2001, when his company asked him a simple question: "Can you speak English with our international clients?" Kenji said no, and in that moment, he felt something very strong. He felt regret. Regret means a deep feeling of sadness about something you did not do. Have you ever felt regret? Have you ever thought, "I should have started earlier"? Kenji decided something important that day. He said, "Before it is too late, I will change my life." This story will teach you how small daily effort can create big transformation, and how you can use English to open your future. The story takes place in Osaka, Japan, during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Osaka is a busy city known for business, food, and hardworking people. At that time, Japan's economy was changing. Many companies began working with international partners. English became more important than ever. Kenji Sato was born in 1975 in a small neighborhood near Osaka. His father worked in construction. His mother stayed at home and took care of the family. They lived a simple life. Nothing was special. Nothing was easy. As a child, Kenji was quiet and careful. He did not like speaking in front of others. At school, he studied English, but he memorized words without understanding them deeply. He could pass exams, but he could not communicate. Kenji often felt discouraged. Discouraged means feeling like you cannot succeed. He thought, "English is too difficult for me." After high school, Kenji did not go to university. Instead, he started working in a small factory. The work was repetitive. Repetitive means doing the same thing again and again. Every day looked the same. His salary was low. His working hours were long. But Kenji accepted this life. He believed this was his future. However, deep inside, Kenji had a quiet dream. He wanted something more. He wanted to travel. He wanted to meet people from different countries. And most importantly, he wanted confidence. One evening in 2001, Kenji saw a foreign client visiting his company. Everyone else spoke English. Kenji stayed silent. He felt invisible. That night, Kenji made a decision. He said, "If I continue like this, nothing will change." That was the moment his desire became clear. He wanted to speak English, not for exams, not for school, but for life. Kenji started with simple actions. He bought a small English phrasebook. Every morning, he read 5 sentences. At night, he listened to basic audio lessons. But progress was slow, very slow. He tried speaking, but his pronunciation was not clear. Pronunciation means how words are spoken. People could not understand him. This made him feel embarrassed. One day he tried to speak to a tourist. He said, "Where you go?" The tourist looked confused. Kenji felt discouraged again. He thought, "Maybe I am too old." Have you ever felt this way, when you try something new and it feels impossible? But Kenji noticed something important. Each mistake was teaching him. Each failure was a step forward. He began to understand that learning is not perfect. Learning is a process. But Kenji didn't give up. Instead, he decided to change his method. Kenji realized he needed more than memorization. He needed practice, real practice. He started watching simple English videos every day. He repeated sentences aloud. He practiced shadowing. Shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time. At first, it was difficult. His tongue felt slow. His mind felt confused. But he continued. Day after day, Kenji worked on his listening and speaking. He kept a notebook. Every new word, he wrote it down. Then he used it in a sentence. He also found a language exchange partner online. Her name was Maria from the Philippines. They spoke for 10 minutes every evening. At first, their conversations were simple. "Hello. How are you? What did you eat today?" But slowly, Kenji improved. He felt more comfortable. Comfortable means relaxed and confident. He started to enjoy learning. This was a big change. Day after day, Kenji worked on his English. He did not stop. But this journey was not easy. Kenji made many sacrifices. He stopped watching television. He reduced time with friends. On weekends, he studied instead of relaxing. Sometimes he felt lonely. Sometimes he felt tired. There were moments when he wanted to quit. One night, after a long workday, Kenji looked at his books and said, "I cannot do this anymore." He felt overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means feeling too much pressure. But then he remembered that moment in 2001. He remembered his regret. There were moments when Kenji wanted to quit. But then, he asked himself one question. If I stop now, will I regret this again? The answer was yes, so he continued. In 2004, something important happened. Kenji's company needed someone to assist with a small international meeting. Not a big role, just simple support. Kenji was nervous, his hands were shaking, but he said yes. During the meeting, he spoke slowly, carefully. But he spoke. The client understood him. That moment changed everything. Kenji realized something powerful. He did not need perfect English. He needed clear communication. This was the turning point. From this moment, things began to change. After that meeting, Kenji felt confident. Not perfect, but confident. Confidence means believing in your ability. Soon, his manager gave him more responsibility. He joined more meetings. He sent emails in English. In 2006, Kenji received his first promotion. His salary increased. His role expanded. People began to respect him. Kenji remembered his first failed sentence. "Where you go?" Now he could say, "Could you please explain your plan in more detail?" This was his first major victory. Kenji did not stop. He continued learning. He joined a professional English course. He read books about business communication. He practiced presentations. He also helped others. New employees asked him for advice. One example. A colleague named Hiroshi was afraid of speaking English. Kenji told him, "Start small, speak every day." Another example. Kenji created a study group at work. They practiced together every lunch break. A third example. Kenji gave his first presentation in English in 2008. He was nervous, but he succeeded. Each step built momentum. Momentum means progress that continues to grow, but success brought new challenges. In 2010, Kenji had to lead a major international project. The pressure was high. During one meeting, he misunderstood an important detail. This caused a delay. Kenji felt frustrated. Frustrated means angry, because things are not going well. But instead of quitting, he adapted. He improved his listening skills. He asked more questions. He learned an important lesson. Communication requires clarity, not speed. After months of effort, the project succeeded. By 2015, Kenji became a senior manager. He traveled to the United States, Germany, and Singapore. He spoke English every day. He led teams from different countries. His impact was large. He helped his company grow internationally. Kenji was no longer invisible. He was a leader. This was his peak achievement. Kenji began teaching others. He shared his story. He helped many people learn English. His legacy is not just success. It is inspiration. Lesson 1. Small steps create big change. Kenji started with 5 sentences a day. This shows consistency is powerful. Lesson 2. Mistakes are necessary. When Kenji said, "Where you go," he learned. Mistakes are teachers. Lesson 3. Do not wait too long. Regret can be strong. Start before it is too late. Lesson 4. Confidence grows with action. Kenji became confident by speaking, not by waiting. Lesson 5. Help others as you grow. Teaching strengthens learning. Application to English learning. Just like Kenji practiced daily, you can practice daily. Just like Kenji felt fear, you may feel fear. That is normal. If Kenji could improve step by step, you can too. Use simple sentences. Speak every day. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Motivational synthesis. Kenji was not special. He was ordinary. But his actions created change. You have the same power. Life wisdom. Growth requires patience. Change requires courage. Success requires persistence. Story resolution. Today, Kenji continues to work globally. He mentors young professionals. His life changed because he started before it was too late. Viewer empowerment. You've just learned about Kenji's journey. You've also improved your English. You listened, you understood, you learned. That is progress. Thank you for learning with me today. If you enjoyed this story, many more are waiting. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next story.